Hey, what's up, everybody? Wanted to share this interesting story. I was gonna go fly my drone out in the canyons, and there's only one spot in this canyon that you can park at. And when I parked there to go look off the edge to see if I can find like a nice place to launch off of and fly the drone out, maybe get some really cool shots. Um, I'm getting ready to look out on the road, and I look down and I see that there's a car right down the canyon. And it's a newer model car and looks like it's all intact. So the worst part is that when you're in the canyons, you got no cell signal. So I had to race all the way out until I got a signal into the nearest city, give a location of where it was at, and drive all the way back up there. And while before I left, I was making sure, if I can see anybody, anybody knocked out. I was guessing that it was a stolen car because of the kind of the position it was in, but you can never be sure. So after I called, made contact with the police, I went all the way back up to the canyon to scope it out. And since I did have my drone with me, I actually did launch it and get as close as I can to the car. I wanted to make sure that if I could see anybody in there, that way the sheriffs would know once they got there that there was the situation's a little bit different. And luckily, when I flew the drone, I noticed that I didn't really see a body in there. I saw that the driver's side window was down, and also that the airbags weren't off. So my guess was that they probably parked the car, rolled down the window, and then pushed it in neutral off the cliff. And luckily, that was the story, and it wasn't anything more, serious than that. The funny part is, though, when you call in something like that in a place that no one would really ever see that, um, the deputies get a little suspicious with you of how you found this car. And the position that I was at, as you're seeing from the video, you're not really going to see that turn as you're driving down the canyon, and then most people in that canyon are driving pretty fast. So that's also another thing too. So on that corner that you see me standing on, flying the drone back, you can't see over that unless you climb that hill and look down. So that part was pretty funny, hearing the deputy trying to talk to somebody on the phone, saying that this is pretty suspicious with this person here finding this car. And I had to let the deputy know that you're not going to get a signal up here. That's why I had to drive all the way down into the city to actually get a signal. And I barely got a signal there. So finally, he did his thing and called a huge tow truck out there to yank it out. And luckily, that's pretty much where it ended. Um, I thought it was pretty funny. Actually, I thought when I called that was probably where their thought was going to go. But luckily, after I showed him where it was at, and he saw that I had my own car with me, that it was kind of over with. But like I said, I wanted to share that story with you. I found a stolen car. That would only be my luck that I would go out there to fly a drone and find a stolen car. But as I found out the next week that I went back there to try to fly it again, that there's a lot of broken car parts everywhere too. So I guess that's just the beauty of when you're going in a canyon, that there's a lot of people that try to race through there and don't make it. So you always find a lot of interesting things. But like I said, I wanted to share that car story with you. It was an interesting day. Kind of killed my drone flying adventure that day, since I was waiting for the sheriffs to show up. But they did a good job. They told me that it was stolen. That's why it wasn't that big of a deal afterwards. But it was stolen, probably within the last week, and it looks like they dumped the car there. So I went back there, like I said, a week later, and the car was gone. So they went ahead and pulled it out, and hopefully that person will at least be able to get their, the insurance money for it, and get the get themselves a brand new Honda Civic. But you know, like I said, just want to share that story with you. I thought it was just so funny, and I hope you enjoy the video of, you know, how I was flying through there. But I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot.